battle has just begun!
Hello children, this is RobotnikIsSexy, and I have had my coffee. I'm the old man at the side of the road in red and blue who won't let you pass because I haven't had my coffee. Fun fact, in the original Japanese version, he's just drunk off his ass. I think that's pretty well-known Pokemon trivia. But, in the States, we can't, we have to pretend that being drunk is something that doesn't exist because we're just weird like that. Speaking of drunk, I'm about to narrate with a very drunk Gargleflop, but before I do that, I want to record these matches. I have a lot of them though, so let's just cut. Holy shit. The music is so fucking loud. Okay, so turn that sound off on my headphones. So he's going to lead off with defensive Gyarados. I frisk the leftovers, which is strike number 1 for defense Gyarados. That means I know he's defense Gyarados. And then he actually fails to kill me with Ice Fang, and that means that he has no attack investment. Like, clearly defensive Gyarados. So I want to get out of there since Noivern on Zilch health can actually do a lot, especially with Defog. And Zapdos is a great thing to deal with AV Conkeldurr since I can just roost in its face. Fast a Foost. Fook. So U-turn. And I'm gonna miss Pin Missile. I forgot Pin Missile has 95 accuracy, so I'm gonna get that unlucky miss. But then I crit him one of the times and take him out with 3. I'm fairly sure the crit did not matter. But fun fact, Mega Zapdos has 80 special defense, so it can usually take 1 unstabbed special attack. And did you see me kill Conkeldurr with Zapdos U-turn? That shit is just salty. That's the salt. That's just nasty. Mamoswine basically kills 2 of his guys and then he gives up because I still have 6. But I thought this was a fun match. Poor Mega Camerupt is too slow to do anything unless you have Trick Room, but he does look very fun to use. And Gyarados was very slow too, so I just blew his face off with Freeze Ray, or I guess freezed his face off. So that's a quick one. Let's get into this one. This one is actually a proper match with Mega Lopunny, I believe. And I'm trying to use Mega Metagross team. This team is far from perfect though. I do predict him to go into Tentacruel, so I'm just gonna get rid of that Tentacruel. And I was actually looking forward to having Clear Body for Intimidate, but because he has Tough Claws ability, Mega Metagross does. That means Intimidate is going to be able to stop Mega Metagross, so that's kind of a bummer. What isn't a bummer though, switching in Dragonite on the predicted Stealth Rock and then getting to DD up for free and not getting paralyzed ever. That's very nice to see. +0 Dragon Claw does so much damage to that Lando. He must be offensive. He must have 0 defense investment. So predict the Stone Edge, gonna go into Metagross and go for the Bullet Punch. I guess he fears the Bullet Punch. I think he would have lived it though, because his base defense is just ludicrously high. Gonna go into Greninja. This is my first time ever using Greninja in my life, actually, and I don't actually like it. It's good. Oh, I do freeze him here. He just unthaws immediately, or no, I just fucking kill him. Okay, so that was unlucky. First time using Greninja, getting a freeze. The Hex Gods, that Greninja in general. Predict the Water move, go into Dragonite, kind of as fodder. Just to get some extreme speed damage. Also, I wanted him to turn into an Ice type so I could threaten him with Bullet Punch on Mega Metagross. Because Mega Metagross with the Bullet Punch is very powerful, and if you're wondering why it only does 19% to an offensive Landorus, you are asking a good question. I'm actually using a max special defense and HP Mega Metagross, because when I saw the stats of Mega Metagross, the first thing that was apparent to me is it has a ton of special defense, like virtually out of nowhere. and his defense is 150, which is fucking ludicrous, and his attack is already really high. So just Hone Claws, max special defense, Bullet Punch. I don't actually get a chance to use Hone Claws though, because this match is too offensive. Offensive Sylveon, it's not actually offensive, but the Pixelate Hyper Voice boost is just enough to floor anything he has. Everything he has left does not want to deal with Sylveon, so just going to be absolutely safe, fodder off Zapdos, and Metagross is going to go for the kill with Bullet Punch. If he wanted to switch into a Bullet Punch, I would have killed him, because he would have had to take 2. But now I'm going to leave Mega Gross in, and because I was able to defog the hazards, or I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did defog the hazards. I'm not really paying attention. Whatever the case, hazards are non-existent, so I'm able to get Terrakion and Focus Sash Terrakion and take him out. Which this is the Taunt Stealth Rock Focus Sash Terrakion, which I actually really like. And it's really not that hard to get in game either. I would have to try to get it, but I don't know if you guys know this, but a rule of thumb for team building and battling for me is I like to use Pokemon that I can actually get on my cart. I have special means of getting Pokemon because I'm a dirty cheater, but if I can't be asked to make this Pokemon because it's like too difficult to make, I'm just not going to use it, period. Which I guess if I really wanted to, I could use Landorus Therian, but fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. I'm not doing that. I have a stupid Pokemon honor code that doesn't mean anything. So this is going to be an insane battle against Sterling M. Archer. I think I've seen him around on Showdown before. I'm just going to U-turn as he goes into Slowbro here. I'm going to scout for the fire move, and he doesn't go for it, so I'm guessing he doesn't have Fire Blast on Slowbro, which I guess if you're Mega, that makes sense. You got to make more room for Slack Off and stuff like that. Calm Mind. That Psyshock does so much damage. I'm defensive, so I guess that the fact I'm defensive allows me to take one, but that still does an uncomfortable amount of damage. But because I was able to Toxic him, I'm not really worried at all. I just want to get up rocks with Ferrothorn. I posted this team on Facebook on Team Aqua, and people were very quick to point out its fighting weakness, which is a problem, and it's going to come into play in this match. But this match is just so good that it's too good. So this match is like one of the best matches I've had in some time. And now that I can play with ORAS Pokemon on Showdown, the game is like twice as fun because there are new Pokemon to use, and I'm crazy. So I'm going to go Specs Flamethrower, force out his Rotom-Wash. He's actually going to trick his Scarf. He plays like I do. He should have gone Will-O-Wisp. That would have really fucked me over. But he either didn't have it or he really wanted to go Trick. So he tricks the Scarf, I have Scarf, and then I go for Scarf Rapid Spin, and that's hilarious as he goes Defog with his Skarmory. Now Specs Noivern showing its strength. Mega Slowbro isn't strong enough to take 2 Specs Fire Blasts at that point in time, so I'm able to deal with it. Just going to fodder off Ferrothorn. That means no more rocks for me, but it gets a little bit of damage on Conkeldurr, gives me a free switch into Politoed as I go Perish Song, which is rather pointless. Didn't really want to go for Scald though, because most good Conkeldurr are Guts, and if he gets Guts, the Guts Mach Punch is just something I don't want to deal with. I can deal with fighting types to an extent, as you're going to see here. Noivern is going to go on a crazy sweep with Specs Hurricane. Rotom-Wash not going to be able to take it. Skarmory not going to be able to take it. Skarmory does get a Toxic on me though, which is going to be a big problem later on, because I'm going to make some less than good plays. Like right here, I should have predicted that Protect. That would have been good, but I didn't have the balls for it, I guess. I just stayed in. So that turn right there is going to greatly affect the rest of the match, actually. As nothing on my team can deal with Ferrothorn at this point, especially since it's a rain team. Even if I did have Hidden Power on Hidden Power Fire on Magnezone, it wouldn't do as much in the rain, which is why I've decided to swap out Magnezone for Jirachi, actually. Calm Mind, Thunders, Psyshock, Wish Jirachi, who actually, I know this from experience, when I used it in black and white rain teams, it sets up on Ferrothorn for years. If you have a Ferrothorn in, that's fine, buddy. Just gonna Calm Mind, Wish, paralyze you with Thunder, shit like that. So I think he'll do way better than Magnezone, who seems to just die in these matches, and he just presents me with more unwanted fighting weaknesses, and he's also too slow to even really use his Choice Scarf, which is unfortunate. I don't know why he didn't go Mach Punch there, I just don't know, but it's up to his Infernape here. He really underestimated the power of Choice Band, Mach Punch, Iron Fist. I was telling him he won, and then he's like, no, Mach Punch probably won't kill Excadrill, and I'm like, it will. So, my fighting weakness is pretty fucking highlighted with CB Infernape taking me out in the end. Due to me just giving up all my momentum last minute at the last few turns of the game, which is really unfortunate to see. I had victory in my sight, and then I just, yeah, so if I swap out Magnezone with a Pokemon like Jirachi, who can combat fighting types, which this team has a huge weakness to. That'll have a much... It basically isn't weak to fighting types once I get Jirachi out. Like, yeah, it's like it'll be really weak to fire, but I've got 8-turn rain, so that doesn't matter. Holy shit. Oh, okay, sorry. My dogs are barking. I had to talk to them loudly. But yeah, this team, after Jirachi, I think this team will actually be quite good. And I have one more match, and this is going to be with my Beedrill team. This guy is another Lopunny team with Shuckle. I don't know why you even need Shuckle. Power Split? I don't fucking know what's going on. But, oh wow, they have a little web animation. I didn't realize that for Sticky Web. That's kind of cool. So the only major change to the Beedrill team I have is I actually am using the Smogon defensive Rotom Wash set with Chester Resto, and it's just great. Oh, this match is hilarious. I actually bait him to go Mold Breaker, Earthquake, go into Noivern, and for some reason he stays in. I guess he underestimates Noivern. See, people keep underestimating Noivern's special attack and speed, and then they lose. So I guess he just didn't know how fast Noivern is, so I'm going to blow up his bug. He only has 3 Pokemon left. He didn't feel like battling. So that's just a quickie, but I actually baited 2 things. Let me see. I have to actually look for them. Yeah, I baited his Excadrill to come out earlier. That's right, because I went for Thunderbolt twice. And it's like, if I stay in for a third Thunderbolt, a ground type Excadrill, anyone, is definitely switching in. So I bait him to switch in. And then I baited him immediately again. To go Earthquake, and then my flying type just blows it up. Noivern. I love you, Noivern. I love you so much. These are the matches. If you enjoyed them, comment, like, subscribe, and I'm out of here, YouTube.